Welcome to another Hank's Tesla experience. It's been a while since we had a video. Since starting this journey, Tesla did open up full self-driving to basically anybody who paid for it, which moved me down the list from a somewhat small group of folks to one of many. And I've not been posting because the market was already saturated with lots of videos of folks posting the new software. In this case, it's a major software update. I am one of 35% right now full self-driving owners who have this version, which is 11.3.3. So it has been a limited rollout on this 11 series. The biggest difference for the 11 series is that the software on these side roads is now integrated with the same software as on the freeway. Before, it was two separate types of software that there was a handoff at the on-ramps and off-ramps. So let's go on our normal route, see how it does. And there's already been talks that there's going to be a .4 version coming out soon, and I'm pretty sure I know the reasons, and we'll discuss that as we see how this goes. And I have been driving on it for a couple days, so I'll tell you about my experience as well as the observations here on the drive. Visualizations have changed quite a bit. The red is gone from the side markers. Yellow is the main color you'll observe there. In the middle lane, there are cars coming from our right, so we're creeping out. Yeah, the car did just jump in front of somebody, but they're probably going way beyond the speed limit, so that was actually a good merge, but probably upset them that we're going near the speed limit because they were coming up fast. But so far, no disengagements, no interaction from the driver. Anyways, be able to see a more prominent blue bar demonstrating the path of the car here in the visualizations. There's a little more confidence about where the car is going to go or what its intended path is. I am continuing to hold on to the steering wheel. There was a tease. They're going to get rid of the prompts, especially with the vehicles that have cameras pointed at the driver to make sure they're attentive. And the other requirement, they had to have 10,000 hours. I believe that's the number. Maybe it's 1,000 hours of full self-driving experience in order for that prompt to go away. But at this point, that is not a feature. So I still have to apply slight pressure to the wheel to get it to stop nagging, making sure that I'm attentive. We're full stop. I did a full stop, which wasn't wrong. Probably could have been aggressive and gone through the intersection without stopping, but there was a car coming from the left that it wasn't sure what it was going to do. Not sure why we're stopping, just to jump in front of that Jeep, but here we are. Alright, this is a This is the destination, but it was a different route than it's taken on previous runs. I'm taking over just to get it to stop at this destination and engage to our next destination. Good roundabout behavior, no intervention by myself. That was all the car. That wasn't too bad. On to the on-ramp. It already knows to get up to speed. So that's exactly what I expected based on my previous runs. You'll notice there was no blinker to merge. Of course, you know that it's going to end and that's where you want to go, but a human would usually use the blinker, and I believe previous versions had as well. Also, it used the whole merge lane. There was no indication that it intended to get over previous to the end of that on-ramp. I believe previous behavior was to basically merge into the continuing lanes as soon as it made sense to, instead of running out the on-ramp. So you notice the visualizations did not change. Again, the side roads and the freeway are now a continuous stack of software. From here, we've gotten rid of the following distance indicator. There used to be a 1 through 7 that would show up. Now there's the difference between chill, average, or assertive. And I'm keeping on average. There's also a button which is minimal lane changes. And what that does is it prevents the car from passing in and out in the main lanes, but it will still maneuver to take off ramps and avoid emergent situations. But that resets on every drive. Previously, you just disengage the difference between autopilot and navigate on autopilot and full self-driving. Did it all on its own, no manipulation from myself. To turn, and we turn. Got some pedestrians. Stop for them. Continuing on. So the other observed behavior that did not come up in this video is that when the car is maneuvering on the freeway passing, it tends to stay in the passing lane. There is logic and there is some movement back to the center lane, but the outside, staying in the outsidemost passing lane, that's a little excessive. I've had to move the car back over several times manually. So really that's it. Between the on-ramp issue of using the entire on-ramp, not signaling, and a little bit of excessive stalling in the passing lane, haven't really had problems with full self-driving version 11-3-3. I had one experience where it didn't want to provide the prompt to allow for full self-driving to kick in. Kind of had to time it just right to capture that opportunity. That happened a couple times. I've seen in other videos folks have had the same problem, but it only happened once or twice. Yeah, I think we're well on our way to pretty autonomous driving. Not taking a nap anytime soon. Another observed behavior that's not in this, we did not capture in this video. I'm slowing down just for safety's sake. Not captured in this video was speed bumps. Still tend to be identified through crowdsourcing. Some more affluent areas where a lot of Teslas go through. Just slow down for speed bumps, no problem. And not in those areas, Tesla's trying to take the speed bumps at full speed, and becomes problematic. So that'll crowdsource that input more and more over time. Just about do it. So that's 11.3.3, and should follow up with another video shortly when .4 comes out. Hope to see some improvements on merging as well as getting out of that passing lane. Thank you for watching. Alright, we'll see how this merge does. There's been talk about another update necessary to deal with some merging issues. I want to put us at 11.1.4, I believe it is. This being the 0.3. Previous experience was that it ran to the end of the merge lane, which I guess isn't bad, but it really didn't recognize that it needed to merge any sooner, and no blinker, which is kind of what's happening here. Yeah, no blinker, no signal, and just ran out to the end of the on-ramp, which I guess isn't bad, but human driver you would expect to put their signal on there. I'll read up on what the initial complaints were and why 0.4 might be necessary in the short term.